So Franky's getting an upgrade in this chapter. Well, kind of, because Lilith is opening up the Vegapunk box thing that we saw at the beginning of the arc, which Lilith straight up said that it has a clone of Vegapunk in there, like the Vegapunk that visited Elbaf many years ago. We're not seeing that in this chapter, of course, but I guess we'll eventually get to that. But there's other stuff in the box, such as these flying Roomba frisbee things that Lilith calls Omni Drain Converters, which suck up energy in various forms and then convert it to, I guess, whatever they need it to be converted to. Because as we saw, the Elbaf library was on fire, and after Nami fails to put it out with Zeus, which is funny, but at least Nami gets to do something in this chapter, Lilith throws the Roomba frisbee things and it sucks up the fire and then converts it to ice. But then she takes one of Franky's cola bottles and like converts more of the energy in these things into the cola and then makes the cola super cola or super Vega cola, or whatever the translation's going to be for this. And that's because Lilith questioned why Franky wasn't using a better fuel source than cola, which is like a great question. And we don't really have to get into semantics about that. It is One Piece. And if it's an excuse for Franky to get an upgrade, I'm all for it, to be honest, because the Straw Hats definitely need it. If they're not going to get hockey, they need something else, such as this. Vegapunk also says that Franky is at least on par with a pacifista, which is like kind of demeaning because pacifistas at this point in the story are extremely weak. But hopefully he's like at least stronger than a pacifista. But now he seemingly is, because when he drinks this super Vega Cola, it's like him taking meth and steroids at the same time, essentially, because he just starts freaking out, jumps up in the air, and then punches this Lindworm Sleep Tid and like defeats it with the help of Jinbe. Jinbe's also doing something in this chapter too, so that's pretty cool. But that's pretty much it for Franky and his upgrade. I don't know if Lilith is just going to give him these Omni Drain Converters permanently so that he can keep making these Super Vega Cola, or he just finds a new alternative fuel source so that he's always on meth and steroids. I certainly hope so, because if it makes him stronger than a freaking pacifista, then it's really necessary, because, you know, we are in the final saga of the series, and he is on a Yonko's crew. Let us not forget that. But then again, Usopp and Nami are on this crew too, so I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, and also we were talking about Jinbe punching this Lindworm Sleep Tid as well. Before he does that, Killingham, who, you know, summons these Sleep Tids with his Devil Fruit power, comments on Jinbe being a disgusting fishman, which is on par for a Celestial Dragon, of course. They're extremely racist against the fishmen, and I've talked about this twice already in my spoiler videos, but I just want to put it out there again. It's a possibility that Killingham is like projecting here, and that he himself is like a fishman, and a self-hating one at that. Not confirmed. I'm not saying that it is 100% true. I'm just putting it out there because when he was first revealed, we speculated that he could be a fishman. Go to Google right now, type in Killingham. You might see one of the results saying Killingham fishman question mark, because he has the teeth, he has like the eyeliner. No, that doesn't guarantee that he's a fishman, but you know, it's just interesting to put it out there. But for, you know, him being a bigot, Sanji kicks him in the head with a Ifrajambe and like crushes his head in a similar way that Charlos got crushed by Sai back at the Reverie. I think it was Charlos, right? They both have like the accordion head. How Charlos survived that, I have no idea. Killingham has the Deep Sea Covenant, so of course he'll survive this. Maybe Charlos has the Deep Sea Covenant too. But that's it for the minor Straw Hats in this chapter. I appreciate that they at least got some screen time and were able to do some stuff. But we're coming back to the Zoro side of things with Dory and Bragi, who are of course doemi reversy, and at this point they're able to like regain some of their consciousness enough to realize what they're doing is pretty messed up, you know, being all evil and trying to kill Jarl and all that stuff. And they're like, well, while we still have this momentary consciousness, let's just take each other out, because that's the best thing that we can do, which I commend for sure. Like, these guys are truly warriors, and they do that. They behead each other, which if it just ended here, that would be pretty epic. But no, it doesn't end there. It turns out that this is the cure to doemi reversy because they get flipped and then they come back normal with their heads back on. So yeah, it turns out to overcome doemi reversy, you literally have to murder the person who has been doemi reversied. We found this out in the spoilers earlier too, but it's just funny to see it actually play out on the page itself because, you know, we get this one pretty epic and emotional page of them beheading each other, and then when you turn the page, it's like they're fine again. So now they're back on the good guy's side and they're with Zoro, Stanson, and Hiruden, and they're like, okay, so now that we know we have to kill all the doemi reversy people to save them, let's just go have some fun murdering them. And they literally take delight in that, knowing that they're going to murder all of the giants here who have been doemi reversy. I'm not mad at it. It's fine. I mean, did you really think that there was going to be some like grand way to overcome doemi reversy? And we've also seen this before, which I've talked about a few times as well. Roger and Garb had killed Rox, who was doemi reversy back in the Reverie, and then it turned out that he was fine afterwards as well. Although Garlic killed him, so it didn't really matter. But someone else pointed out to me that Rox's family was also doemi reversied, and Rox killed them. And seemingly they didn't come back to normal. They just died. Which maybe they did, maybe they didn't. We didn't really see the aftermath of that, so Oda could just easily retcon it and say like, oh hey, they actually did live, because why not? But yeah, this is the cure to doemi reversy, just murder them, which is fine. But this should be fun once Loki eventually gets doemi reversied and Luffy has to literally kill him.
Hey guys, but first, let's talk about Gamer Supps because I absolutely love this stuff. It's a keto-friendly energy formula to get you feeling nice and right to game, study, or do whatever. And while it does have caffeine in there for a nice little boost, it's not just that. It also has nootropics in it like L-theanine, L-tyrosine, ginseng, and a few others. So it gets you nice and focused and feeling good. And if you don't like caffeine, that's fine because they have caffeine-free flavors that just have the nootropics in it, such as Only Fox. They also have sleep support, such as this AFK blueberry lemon cake flavor. It's melatonin-free, so you don't have to worry about that. And it's packed with magnesium, L-theanine, and apigenin. Take this before bed and it'll get you snoring before you know it. Gamer Supps also has these really cool shakers called waifu cups. You can't get this one anymore, or really any of them, because they sell out super fast. But if you're lucky enough, you can catch a drop maybe every other Friday or something like that. Gamer Supps also has Gamer Soup's instant ramen. It comes in great flavors like chicken, beef, and curry, and it comes with its own fork, which is super convenient. It's cheap, quick, easy, and really satisfying.
Link in the description. Code Big Z. Everyone listening, code Big Z.
Code Big Z.
Thanks.
But let me know what you thought about this chapter in the comments, guys. If you liked it, please give it a like and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.